in response to grave allegations bordering on corruption, financial misappropriation, and anti-party activities leveled against the erstwhile national chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, the leadership of the party hereby constitutes a disciplinary committee to thoroughly investigate the said matters and recommend appropriate disciplinary measures. The composition. Number 1, Senator Kingibe, the chairman.
This is what they should have done after the Supreme Court sacked Julius Abure. They should have taken over the Labour Party headquarters and prevented Abure and co. from having access to the headquarters. What is he looking for there? He's no longer the chairman. They can't allow him to openly disobey the Supreme Court judgment. Sometimes you have to use force because in most cases, Nigerians only understand force. If you don't match them with force, they will never bow. Supreme Court has delivered their judgment and this man is lawlessly and openly disregarding the judgment. Now, once this committee that has been set up to investigate Julius Abure concludes their report, Labour Party should hand over the report to the police IG so that they will charge him to court. Yes, that's the way to go. They don't have to handle these people with kid gloves. People that are openly lawless. The Supreme Court actually sacking Abure means that the power has been handed over to Senator Usman's committee because they are now the leadership of the party recognized under the law. Yes, having sacked the past leadership. Also, they must enforce his suspension. You cannot allow Julius Abure that has just been suspended from Labour Party to still be having access to the Labour Party headquarters. No, let him continue parading himself as the Labour Party chairman, but not at the Labour Party headquarters. A king without a throne is not a king. He can keep deceiving himself that he's still the chairman, but he shouldn't have access to the Labour Party headquarters. These are all the things that give him the false belief that he still has power, he's still the chairman, that he can continue the struggle in Labour Party, making it feel as if there is a division. No, the Supreme Court judgment settled everything. Senator Usman's committee should now move on, organize the party and set a date for a national convention so that when the new leadership emerges, all this will be swept away. If he continues to parade himself after that as the chairman of Labour Party, then it might be time to prosecute him for impersonation. Also, another thing the caretaker committee will gain by preventing Julius Abure and co. access to the Labour Party HQ is that it will clear the confusion about the real leadership of the party. If they no longer have access to the Labour Party HQ, no one will be in doubt who is the real leader of the party, the authentic leadership. And moving forward, they should make sure they seize the accounts of the Labour Party. In fact, this committee that they set up should make sure they write all the banks where Labour Party maintains accounts so that they can replace all the signatures that currently sign on behalf of the Labour Party. This will prevent Abure from having access to Labour Party funds. Let him use his personal money to hire a hall to call a press conference. When he does that 2 or 3 times, he will understand that, hey, I don't have money to do this, I can't continue. It is simply because he still has access to funds of the Labour Party. Members and even aspirants see him as the authentic leadership, so that way he continues to enjoy something that he's not supposed to enjoy following the Supreme Court judgment. So they should take drastic measures to strip him of all the trappings of office. He will get tired quickly, yes. If the Supreme Court delivered the judgment in Julius Abure's favor, by now he would have drowned out the voice of Senator Usman's committee. So it is time to take the fight to Julius Abure. Don't handle this with kid gloves. He's a time waster. After seeking refuge in court and after winning 2 times at the lower courts, now that he has lost at the highest court in the land, he's still looking for excuses, wasting everyone's time. So they should do the needful to make sure he no longer enjoys any trappings of office, so that he will mind his business and respect himself finally. Now let's hear the rest of the press conference.
At a time when Nigerians are yearning for credible leadership and they see the Labour Party as a beacon of hope, it is regrettable that we must battle internal sabotage from those who should know better. Let me be clear. When others descend into rascality, we must rise with discipline. When they go low, we go high. because our party must reflect the Nigeria we want to build. It has become evident that Mr. Abure does not have the best interests of the Labour Party at heart. Rather than unify the party, he undermines it. Rather than attract credible Nigerians to come and join, he alienates them. Instead of advancing our collective vision, he pursues narrow personal ambitions. Most painfully, he targets those who have brought credibility and national visibility to our party. His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi and Governor Alex Otti. They represent the aspirations of a new Nigeria. Governor Otti stands out today as one of the most effective and respected governors in the country. These men have sacrificed not for personal gain, but to give the Labour Party and Nigeria a real shot at transformation. What they demand is simple: a party that is transparent, democratic, and accountable. Instead of embracing this vision, Mr. Abure chooses confrontation and chaos. We say today, this must stop. For the sake of the Labour Party, for the sake of democracy, and for the sake of Nigeria's future. After a careful and comprehensive review of the Supreme Court judgment delivered on Friday, April 4th, 2025, the National Executive Council, NEC, is deeply concerned by the subsequent actions of Barrister Julius Abure, particularly his continued impersonation of the esteemed office of the National Chairman of the Labour Party. These actions have not only violated the spirit and letter of the law, but have also brought the image and integrity of our great party into disrepute. In the exercise of its constitutional mandate and in strict accordance with the disciplinary provisions of the Labour Party Constitution 2019 as amended, the NEC in session hereby announces the commencement of disciplinary actions against Mr. Abure. These actions have started with the constitution of a special investigative committee to review the actions of Mr. Abure as it affects the image and integrity of the party. In line with due process and the party constitution, NEC gives Mr. Abure 48 hours notice to show why disciplinary actions should not be taken against him for his numerous acts of gross misconduct against the party. The formal notice of disciplinary action will be sent to the last known address of Mr. Julius Abure. Mr. Abure is hereby warned to desist from parading himself as the national chairman of the Labour Party or impersonating the office in any form. The apex court of the land has clearly and finally nullified his claim to leadership, and his tenure has long expired by the passage of time. His continuing acts of reckless denigration of party leadership and open war against the party is unwarranted. Rather than drag the image of the party further into disrepute, Mr. Abure is advised to deploy his time and attention to addressing the numerous allegations of corruption, forgery, perjury, and criminal conspiracies pending against him. The NEC of the Labour Party has passed a resounding vote of confidence on His Excellency Mr. Peter Gregory Obi, National Leader of the Labour Party and the 2023 presidential candidate. The leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress under the President, Mr. Joe Ajero, and the Trade Union Congress, and all the members of the Labour Party caucus in the National Assembly, and various states houses of assembly. You continue to stand for truth, integrity, and the values that define the Labour Party. We appreciate your commitment to the mission of saving Nigeria through a Labour Party government come 2027 by the grace of God. Similarly, we extend a resounding vote of confidence on His Excellency Dr. Alex Otti for his exemplary leadership and unwavering loyalty to the vision of the Labour Party. It is important to make clear that Mr. Abure and his expired National Working Committee lack the legal or moral authority to even speak of taking any disciplinary action against Dr. Alex Otti, the governor of Abure State.